African viewers, today is a brand new day, a day you needed to see the man behind South African Airways, South African tourism in the entire West African region. But before we do that, your anchorman is on leave. So I'm taking over. My name is Frank McKay, and somebody will meet you.
Thank you very much. My name is HLONI PITSO, and I'm the regional manager for South African tourism, looking after the West Africa portfolio.
So tell us, how huge is this market, and what is the investment portfolio for South African tourism?
You know, for us, this is one of our key markets, what we regard to as a core market. It is a big market, and we have invested quite a lot, and we take the market seriously. And just to prove that, you see by us having come to the market and establishing an office, which was established 2 years ago. And even before that, we kept on coming into the market, making sure that we promote South Africa as a preferred holiday destination. And from around 2010, we started seeing a double-digit growth rate, and that's when we realized that, you know, we need to actually make this investment and come and establish an office in Nigeria. And the office looks after both Nigeria and Ghana for now, and we'll be looking at expanding into other regions. But Nigeria is a very important market to us.
Tell us more about your relationship with the people, whether people, institutions like Nanta. We just had a meeting with Nanta now.
Yes.
And it means there's a connect between the people, because tourism is about people.
Yes.
So,
you know, I always say our two governments have done very well. We have good political relations between Nigeria and South Africa. We equally have good economic relations between the two countries. But the link that needs a lot of improvement is a peoples-to-peoples relationship. And I regard tourism as well as arts and culture as a sector that will actually assist us to achieve that, to improve the people-to-peoples relations. However, we work very closely with key stakeholders such as Nanta as well as the airlines. But Nanta, most importantly, is a critical stakeholder because you know, travel agents are the bloodline of tourism. They are the people that actually make sure that they fill aircraft and they also fill hotel rooms. So it's very critical to make sure that we look after our partners and we ensure that they always informed about the destination. It's critical, it's key. We equally also talk directly to consumers, but we make sure that the travel agents benefit from that, because we are not here basically to take away the business from the travel agents. We are here to support. This is a business-to-business support. So we market to consumers and we make sure that we direct that demand from consumers to the different travel agents. And this is where the Nanta members get to benefit.
Yeah, tourism has a low-hanging fruit, particularly for travel agents, because the norm is you see travel agents or that doing ticketing, but now you gradually through partnership shifting.
Yes.
You know,
I hear what you mean. You know, a lot of travel agents, I think in Nigeria there's over 1,000 travel agents that are registered. But what we find is that a lot of them are more a ticketing office than a full-on tour operator. And through the trainings that we've been conducting in partnership with Nanta, we are slowly beginning to see the interest growing, where people actually realize that tourism is business. I mean, in South Africa, tourism is the second biggest employing sector, employing in the region of about almost 10% of total employment in South Africa. So it is a job, you know, it is a job creator, and hence we take it very seriously. So agents need to actually realize the potential that there is, you know, in this sector, that they can actually maximize profits and not just concentrate on ticketing, but rather look at full packages where they are giving their consumers or their clients a full-on solution to their travel problems.
Yeah. We look at icons. Mandela, every child in Nigeria, possibly, we remember Mandela than Cape Town.
Yes.
So you have something to tell us about that?
Well, look, I think it's quite important that any government realizes the importance of tourism development. You know, you need to realize what you have, what what you hold close and dear to your heart. You need to make sure that you develop that, whether that is culture, history and cultural heritage, or whether that is natural scenic beauty. You need to make sure that you develop that so that it attracts visitors to come and see Nigeria, and that would be the beginning. And then obviously that's when next the tour operators fall in, because they have something to now promote and market to consumers, to say this is what we have in Nigeria, and this is where the world can come and learn about Nigeria by actually coming through and visiting and interacting with the people. Interacting with people of different nationalities is very important element of tourism, but also what it does is that it opens up the whole new world. People get to see a different side of the country. I, having been living now in Nigeria, I've traveled to a few cities, and I must say I've learned a lot. I've been to Kano, where I spent a whole day going from one museum to the next tourism attraction. I've been to the pit holes, dying pit holes, and those are the facilities, things like that needs to be developed to make sure that when tourists are there, they have facilities, they have bathrooms to go to, they have restaurants to go and have a quick bite before they move on to their next attraction. So it all takes both government and corporate as well as the community at large to make sure that they develop a thriving environment for visitors.
Okay, let's talk about Indaba.
Yes.
Nigerians know so much about World Travel Market in London. They know about ITB in Berlin. They can talk about FITO in Spain.
Yes.
But when it comes to Indaba, it seems Indaba. So you want to change that? You want to change Indaba?
Yes.
So,
with us Africans, we don't really take our own very seriously. We are very quick to first run and find out and discover or explore what is happening abroad, and forgetting right here, or as Africans, we all have things that we can share with each other and learn from each other. Now, Indaba is the third largest travel show in the world, and it's the biggest in Africa. Every year we see exhibitors, thousands of exhibitors, as well as visitors, including visitors that have been invited by South African tourism. From Nigeria alone, on an annual basis, we bring in at least 20 visitors that are fully hosted, so that they can come and actually see what Indaba is all about, and hopefully they come back and they share the story. And every year we evolve, we invite different people. So Indaba is very critical. It's an important platform for Africa as a whole, because all African countries are allowed to exhibit at Indaba. So it's not just about South Africans, and this is more about Africans selling Africa to each other, but it also then gives you access to a whole lot of visitors that are coming from abroad, trying to come and find out what Africa has to offer. So it's an opportunity for you to actually meet thousands of buyers from abroad to sell your product. So it's definitely also an opportunity for Nigeria to also come and exhibit at Indaba, to make sure that they benefit from the platform.
two more to before we let you go on our hot seat today. Let's talk about Nanta now.
Yes.
You've had a lot of partnerships, the one you have done before, you're about to do. Of course, we just had the discussion about Nanta Tv lecture at the world. Of course, you're going to share that presence. But I understand it to mean that you'll be supporting Nanta on this bit.
We have been a partner with Nanta for the past 6-7 years, and on an annual basis we sign an agreement. And what the agreement entails, basically, it's a joint marketing agreement, and both organization or establishment benefit from each other. And part of the things that form this contract is mostly on training. It's on benefiting the industry more than anything else. We signed the agreement, and some of the initiatives that we've embarked on, as I've said, that we've previously hosted some members of Nanta to come and attend Indaba, all at the courtesy of South African tourism. On an annual basis, we also host our annual trade workshop, where we invite suppliers from South Africa to come and interact with travel agents and Nanta members from Nigeria. So it's a platform, it's a relationship that has been developing, and we'll always be looking at new ways of making sure that we elevate this relationship to the next level. So I'm quite excited to hear about the new developments that Nanta has in their plans, and we'll see how best we can support South African tourism.
When you're on Nanta TV,
yes.
Are you excited?
I'm excited. I'm actually excited about this platform. It's a platform where we'll surely be communicating with your members, and we look forward to also being of assistance. As I said, there's a business-to-business office, and we look forward to giving you the necessary support to be able to sell South Africa as a preferred holiday destination.